Hi viewers, this is CBSE Grade 10 Political Science Power Sharing Part 2. Okay. Here in this session, let us see how the two countries have adopted, how did they face the problem of different ethnicity. Okay. In Sri Lanka adopted the policy of majoritarianism. Belgium adopted the policy of accommodation. Because of this majoritarian policy, the Sri Lanka, it led to civil war, great damage to the properties and lives of the people and resources to the country, and they were not able to live together. But in Belgium, they were peacefully living because of this policy of adaptation. Let us see what is majoritarianism. Majoritarianism is domination of the domination of the majority on the minority. Disregarding the likes and wishes of the minority, majority people will be taking decisions and ruling. Okay, so let us see. In Sri Lanka, next to us, I mean, we got independence in 1947. Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. So, like that, there also a democratic government, democratically elected government. But what was the problem there? Na? There was no equal number of representation, or the number of representation is not proportionate to their population. That was a problem in Sri Lanka. So in Sri Lanka, that two democratically elected government, it adopted the policy of majoritarianism to establish Sinhala supremacy. What is Sinhala supremacy? There are two types of people. One is Sinhalese and Tamil. Both the people could have been given equal number of representation or based on the proportionate. That was denied. As English was majority, they wanted to dominate. So they declared only the Sinhala as official language. They declared only Buddhism, which is the Sinhalese language, religion will be protected and fostered. The government declared that only the Sinhalese children will be given preference in the college and university admissions and government jobs. So simply it did three things. Only their language is official language, only their religion will be fostered and protected, only their people will be, I mean Sinhalese people, children will be given preference in the admissions of university and government jobs. Simple three things. It spoiled the entire country's relationship. Automatically this is nature, no? So Tamil people felt alienated. Automatically that will happen, no? So Tamil people felt alienated. It is human nature. It is human nature. They demanded Tamil also to be declared as a official language. Tamil also to be declared as official language. The feeling of alienation among Sri Lankan Tamils, because Sri Lankan Tamils also are the natives of Sri Lanka. Whatever the rights Sinhalese have, the same right the Sri Lankan people also, Sri Lankan Tamil also have, no? Not Indian Tamil. Sri Lankan Tamil were 13%, no? They are living, see the map, they are living in the north and eastern parts of Sri Lanka, not northeastern, north and eastern parts of Sri Lanka. North and eastern parts of Sri Lanka, who are, they are all Tamil people, I mean Sri Lankan Tamils. So they demanded their language also to be declared as official language. I mean Tamil also to be declared as the official language. Hinduism also to be fostered as Buddhism, and the Tamil people, Tamil children also should be given importance in the university admissions and government jobs. They demanded. It was denied. It was repeatedly denied. So the government policies denied them equal political rights, discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities, and ignored their interests. So repeatedly it was denied. So automatically the Tamil people, they formed political organizations and they demanded separate state for their people. What they did, they launched parties and struggles, they protested, they demonstrated. See, Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggles for recognition of Tamil as official language, regional autonomy, and equal opportunity in securing education and jobs. But their demand was repeatedly denied. So they organized, they formed political organizations like LTTE. You might have heard about Prabhakaran, who is the leader of LTTE. So they organized, they formed many political organizations and they demanded independent Tamil Eelam. So that organization under the Prabhakaran was called as LTTE, Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. Eelam is state. So they demanded separate state for Tamil people, where the north and eastern parts of Sri Lanka, where the Tamil people are majority, and Tamil also to be declared official language. Okay, so northeastern part here we have to notice that north and eastern parts of which was denied. So it led to a civil war. Civil war is war within the nation. Two group of people will be fighting with each other. That is war within the nation. Same country people will be fighting with each other. What was the result? They used the weapons, arms, this and that. They tortured. Both the communities tortured this people and that people. So both the sides, women and children were tortured, old age people were tortured, their properties were destroyed, the crops were damaged. So what was the result? Thousands of people of both the communities, not only from Sinhala, not only from Tamil, both the communities, I mean Sinhalese and Tamils have been killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees. Many families, to save their life, or they were forced to vacate this place, vacate this place. They were forced to flee from their nation. And who are refugees? If the people leaving all their properties in their own native land and to save their life, if they flee to some other nation, neighboring countries, they are called refugees. Okay, so one thing, both the sides, many people have been killed. Second thing, many families were become refugees. And the third thing, even though they were not able to stay there in Sri Lanka itself, they lost their livelihoods. No yearning for them. Their properties were damaged. But we have studied in 90s and Sri Lanka had excellent record of economic development, education and health. It's a beautiful, prosperous island nation. Sri Lanka is a prosperous island nation. If you see coconut and all, if our coconuts outside 3 times bigger than our coconut it will be. Even though it is surrounded by water, wherever you go, you dig water, you will have sweet water. I mean fresh water you will have, not the salt water. So very prosperous, beautiful nation, resource-rich nation, but everything was damaged because of this civil war. They could have adjusted. Sinhalese wanted to establish their supremacy, disregarding the Tamil. They denied to respect Tamil language and Tamil people. Okay, that was the problem in Sri Lanka. Let us move on to the Belgium. How the Belgium adopted the policy of accommodation. So the Belgium adopted the policy of accommodation. What is the policy of accommodation? Accommodation is adjusting. You give equal respect and you are ready to share the power between the two groups. Okay, adjusting the diversity accommodation. Okay? So how the Belgium had solved the problem? What was the problem? They also have two different language people, French speaking and Dutch speaking. So French speaking people were majority in capital we have seen, Dutch speaking people were majority in the countryside. Dutch speaking people accepted equal number of ministers in the countryside where they are majority. So the French speaking people in the capital, I mean Brussels, they too accepted equal number of representation in capital because it was accepted by the Dutch people in the countryside where they Dutch is majority. Okay, so they amended constitution. So they realized that they recognize regional diversity and cultural diversity. Amended the constitution 4 times. Number of Dutch and French speaking ministers will be equal in the central government. But they cannot take laws in the unilaterally. if it regards their own religion, their own language problem, it means some decisions cannot be taken unilaterally. One single language speaking community cannot take decision, even though they have the majority. It needs support of majority from each group. One. Second thing, the first thing, number of Dutch and French speaking ministers will be equal in the central government. Second thing, many powers of the central government have been given to state governments of the two regions of the country, to the Dutch speaking area and the French speaking area. Many powers of the central government had been shared to state governments. But the central government, state governments are not subordinate to the central governments. This is federalism, what we follow in India. Okay. Third thing, Brussels had a separate government. I mean, the capital city has a separate government where both the communities have equal representation. That's what I told. The French speaking people accepted the equal representation in Brussels because Dutch speaking community has accepted equal representation in the central government. Apart from these two governments, they had a community government. The third type of government, which is called community government. What is community government? See, apart from the central and state government, there is a third kind of community government. That is, it is elected by the people belonging to one language community. I mean, Dutch speaking people, all the Dutch speaking people, it is not a matter wherever they live. All over Brazil, all over Belgium, wherever they live, Dutch speaking people can vote for their candidate. And French speaking people can vote for their candidate wherever they live is not a matter. Constituency is not a matter. They can vote for their own member. That is called community government. It is elected by the people belonging to one language community. To vote for that particular candidate, you should belong to that community. Nothing else. You may be living any area in Belgium. So no matter where they live. This government has a power regarding cultural, educational, language related issues of their own. If it is a Dutch community government, it will take care of the power regarding cultural, educational and language related, I mean Dutch problems. And if it is a French community government, that will has the power regarding cultural, educational and language related issues. So Dutch and French were ready to share the power between those two. Both the groups were ready to respect both the mutually. Both the governments were ready to accept and respect mutual. So they adopted the policy of accommodation. Because of that accommodation, they avoid civil war. They helped to avoid civic strife between two major communities and a possible division of country on linguistic lines. They did not face the problems of civil war, damage, this and that, refugee, no issues at all. Just sharing the power between two groups. Very simple. So we have seen two policies. One, Sri Lanka adopted majoritarian policy, which denied to give equal representation to the Tamil people, so that led to civil war and damages. In Belgium, on the contrary, Belgium was ready to share its power between the Dutch-speaking people and French-speaking people. So they were peacefully, happily living. Okay, and let us see what is power sharing is needed. After which one you are feeling that which one will be nice? Of course, policy of accommodation. What is their adjustment? Adjustment, you can live happy. You need not be adamant. Okay. Here we have to see one thing. In many countries of Europe came together to form European Union. Many countries they came together. That is coming together federation. They formed European Union. Now, very recently, or 2-3 years back only, this had been broken. Okay, Brussels was chosen as the headquarters. So you will have competitive exam questions. Which was headquarters of European Union? You can write Brussels, even though it is a Kurdi nation. It is selected as a headquarters of European Union. Okay. So what do we learn from these two stories? If you adopt accommodation policy, you will be happy. You will be united. If you are adopted, if you are not ready to share the power, One country was not ready to share the power, so there was a damage to the entire nation. One country was ready to accommodate social diversity, I mean any diversity, so they were living peacefully and prosperous. So let us see next topic. What is power sharing? What is why power sharing is desirable? Power sharing is desirable. Why power sharing is desirable? Because it avoided the conflict between two groups. We have seen in Belgium, it avoided the conflict between two groups. There was a political stability. It enhances the political stability. It in Sri Lanka, which was denied. Political stability was not there. But in Belgium, that was a political stability. Okay, so two reasons we have prudential and moral reasons to we have here. What is prudential? Na? The calculation of plus and minus, plus and minus calculation. That is prudential reason. It is proved. Which is power sharing is good because it reduces the conflict. It is proven, no? Then power sharing is good because it enhances the stability of political order. This government, that government fighting, they're going, electing, conducting. So no political stability. That is prudential reason. Because of the power sharing helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. They have shared the power in Belgium, so there was no conflict. And there was there they enhanced the stability of political order. No fight, no problem, no issues. So they were strengthened the unity and political stability. Now let us move on to the moral reason. What is the moral reason? We have seen that power sharing, I mean democracy, what is the main, I mean soul of democracy? People should be treated equally. All should be given power in the decision making. All should be involved in the decision making. I mean participate in decision making. Because it is people's rule. For the people and of the people and by the people. So who takes decision? People. So people should be consulted in a way how to be ruled them. Okay. So moral reason is which is the very spirit of democracy is power sharing is a very spirit of democracy. The legitimate government is one where citizens through participations they acquire state in the system. So democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise who have lived in which people have a right to be consulted. People have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. That is giving permission to participate in decision making. So power sharing is desirable. Power sharing is desirable. Why? We have two reasons, prudential and moral. Prudential is proven reason. You can calculate the plus and minus of that particular issue. What is the plus? So it reduces the conflict between social groups. It was proven and it enhances the political stability. Two things. Here the moral reason, it cannot be calculated, but it will enhance the value. Okay. See, sharing power, people have a right to be consulted. You see, prudential reasons strip the power. Sharing will bring out better outcomes. Moral reasons emphasize the very act of power sharing is valuable. Okay. So in this topic, we have seen two different countries adopted two different policies. Sri Lanka adopted majoritarian policy which denied the equal importance to the Tamil people, led to civil war, damages of property, lives and property of the nation. It led to political instability. Okay, and Belgium adopted accommodation policy of accommodation. It was ready to share its power between the two groups. Both the groups accepted to share its power, so the people were happy and no political instability, no chance of having the conflict between two social groups. Okay, why power sharing is desirable? Power sharing is desirable because it avoids the conflict between two social groups and it enhances the political stability. And moral reason for it is a very spirit of democracy because people should be consulted in decision making. Okay, so let us stop this session with this. The next session, let us see the forms of power sharing. So within these 3 sessions, let us this lesson will get over. Next session, let us see forms of power sharing. Thank you.